All right, my name is Ngugi. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. 8 years into practice. I run practice also. We're based in Karen, and we majorly focus on property law, family law, and a bit of commercial law. Yes.
Those are very tricky. You know, when you say family law, commercial law, property law, I just know you spend your days fighting fires. Yeah?
No, we have different kind of lawyers.
Yeah.
But eventually you end up having disputes that go to court. That's but there are people who majorly focus on litigation. We call it litigation, where we represent clients in court and actually spend every single day, and you find most of them dealing with a lot of like insurance claims, which come from traffic offenses and traffic cases, and the rest. In family law, we still have to go to court. In land matters and property matters, we still have to go to court and actually fight disputed issues and try and get a solution.
Yeah.
And Nigel, we have 1,000,001 questions, but of course when it comes to land in Kenya, nobody knows the best way to go, not unless they involve maybe a lawyer, because most recently tumesikia watu wamenunua shamba area flani and now they're facing evictions, like in at the river. Most recently we've just seen evictions. Juzi pia tumesikia hii area inaitwaje, the Kirimas actually Njiru, the Kirimas are like in land yetu and you guys have to move. So how best should I go about purchasing land in Kenya?
The first thing that you should do when you're buying land is to conduct something we call a due diligence. And there are 3 ways you can actually do the due diligence, which is, in simple terms, is doing your investigation about the ownership of the land and the authenticity of that title deed. So one of the ways is to do a land search at the land registry, and the registrar has been given authority to secure all the land files and documents in the registry, to protect them and to make sure that they are safe. And the information given by the land registrar also should be verifiable and very true and correct. And so if you do a land search and a land registrar confirms to you that this land belongs to Brian, belongs to Mariam, then that piece of property, when you get that confirmation, then we say that you've done some due diligence. But secondly, due to the different regimes, different activities and transactions that happen in a piece of land, and even government coming in and doing some compulsory acquisition of land, the other kind of due diligence that you need to do is a historical search. Find out who owned the land at the beginning, probably the first buyer, the second, third buyer, etc. And nowadays I am finding myself, when we are doing land transactions, requesting for even the transfer form from the previous owner. So if you bought land, there's a form that shows the person you bought from. So you see their name. Then secondly, you will have to go and actually find out, even from the neighbors. They say that the village drunkard is the best person to actually answer some of these questions.
Atakwambia ukweli
because amekuwa akijua the story from the beginning. And they know what issues have been happening, ni fence ya nani ilitolewa, ni wapi walikuwa wamepigana vita, succession issues on land also. The historical search is able to give you that information and tell you that there was a succession. Na hawa watu wote walienda kotini and they were not able to finalize the issues, or they have never even gone to court. Or there were even fights, physical fights that happened, and maybe there were 3-4 wives, and
all of them are claiming
they were claiming, or there was some drama in that family, and so that affects the ownership of that land. That history is important to the person. Then the other one is the legal search, which as a lawyer I'm able to help with, which is go to court, find out, is this land in dispute? So we have, for example, a website called kenyalaw.org, which is a site where we have cases listed every single day. We have judgments listed every day. And if you do a simple Google search, you're able to find information, the information will just come out.
Kama kuna kesi kwa hiyo.
Kama kuna kesi kotini. Nowadays we even have e-filing portal by the judiciary, where we call it a kiosk. Kiosk where you just, if you have a case number and you just put the details of that case number on that website, you're able to see the status of a case, even if you're not part of it. So hata kama kesi iko Marsabit, kesi iko Wasingishu, utaipata, utaona ilikuwa mentioned siku gani, when what was decided. And so all this information is important, especially when you're buying land. And if there are succession issues, then this information will come out and you'll be able to now make your decision. We are just at the preliminaries.
We'll get to